that midday coffee break and I did not check if my AirPods were connected. Somebody is going to have to give me a sound check. How careless of me. Hopefully they are. I'm going to be back. How's everybody doing? Hey, Mikey C. Rock in the room. What's going on? All right, everybody, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's summer. I hope you all have plans to spend time outside, do things with your people in person, and just step away from the internet. This is what we wait for all year, especially if you live somewhere that experiences winter. And we're at that part of the summer where it's not unbearably hot yet. So get out this weekend and enjoy. I will be live tonight for the live premiere of my podcast, The Lisa Ann Experience. Every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, you can find me in one place, that is on my YouTube Live. So the summer series is this week. Hello, Rolandos. How are you? I found a great guest for your podcast. I sent the information to Paul. So whenever I think of somebody, Rolando, that is perfect for you, and Doug, I have a guest perfect for you. My girlfriend, Brittany De La Mora, who you recently followed on IG. I really, really, really think we should link the two of you. Justin, it is going to be hot in Miami. I am hoping I do not have to steal a fan, but I will survey both rooms this year and not unpack as much so that I can move. I could have moved rooms, but I didn't. Hustler Stores in the room. What's up? I love the new reel you just put out there. But back to where I was. Talking about the Friday night. So every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm on my YouTube channel. It's usually a live premiere, which it is tonight, which means we sit in the chat together and we talk about the video component, the podcast that's airing. But every other week for the summer, I'm doing a completely live episode, which means it's a YouTube live. We do everything. It's an interactive podcast. The Q&A for the Ask Lisa Ann segment comes in live. And I had one of my best questions from my friend Jeff. So you can go back and watch that one. But I will be there tonight. And I wanted to remind you of all of that. Hello, hello, hello. Richard, I was just recommending Doug reach out to Brittany to have Brittany on Doug's podcast. I think it would be a beautiful conversation. I'd love to make that happen. And when I was so fortunate to get to have dinner with Brittany here in New York City last week, Brittany had mentioned that Doug had given a follow. So I was like, oh, let's make this link happen. Let's do this. I love it. Another reminder on Fridays. Every Friday is a release of an episode of Better Halves on SiriusXM. So if you are, cheers to my coffee drinker in the room, I appreciate you. It's like you just told me, like, hey, take a sip of your coffee. Enjoy it. Take a little sip. George in the room. Okay, so SiriusXM, I don't know how you listen, whether you're driving and you listen in your car. If you're listening in your car, it's channel 99, which is Raw Comedy. Go to Raw Comedy and you can... somebody had a podcast question for me. That's a great Ask Lisa Ann mailbag question. I will answer that on an episode of my podcast. So you can send that podcast question to asklisaann@gmail.com. You can also go back and listen to a couple mailbag questions because that was a question I answered a couple of weeks ago, but I'm willing to answer it again for you as long as you submit it properly through the mailbag at asklisaann@gmail.com. So if you listen to your car, it's channel 99, which is Raw Comedy. And we're on the replay scenario right now. Oh, Mavs could be getting swept. We will know that tonight. So sad how this has gone down. But you got to say, you know, Drew Holiday's playing lights out like this. And this has just not been the greatest series for Kyrie, all of that. But back to this. So channel 99 in your car. If you're someone that goes and listens on the app, there's a library. Now, some of the episodes were missing yesterday when I checked, but you can go back and check. Just search Better Halves on the SiriusXM app. I am the host alongside my comedian co-host, Brett Raybold, and our very funny producer, Paul. And we bring in comedians to interview. It's a ton of fun. We do a dating question mailbag, which is great when you have a male and a female perspective, and especially when you add in a comedian, because Brett has given some of the most incredible answers to some of these questions. So it's been great. Am I a fan of soccer? I am not. Just not enough time in the day. I enjoy the sports that I enjoy. Basketball being my favorite, football being the best fantasy season because it's nice and short and compact. I'll watch a little baseball, watch a little hockey, but There's only so much time in the day to sit in front of the tube, and I am exercising it wisely. Also, in the sports space, it's always best to only talk about the sports that you are really familiar with, that you enjoy. Bruce in the room, what's going on, buddy? How are you? I really wish you would have had a long, we'll talk about all that. But, so knowing the sport that you're following, you know, a lot of people talking right now about the women's NBA, until I go to a couple WNBA games, and until I study more of WNBA and the history, the best records, the stat keepers, all these things, I just don't think I'm doing it a service to talk about it. So that is why I don't follow soccer, but I get asked about it a lot. Okay, so what's going on in here with these comments? They are wild, as they usually are. A lot of emojis, a lot of bossiness, a lot of weirdos. You know, I have not blocked somebody in so long, and I finally get to. I don't know what I've been thinking. I've just been letting things fly by me. But remember, mom is a trigger word, so we block anybody that calls me mom. And the reason being is if you want to do something sexual with your mom, I don't want you on my page. And I'm not your mom, because if I was and I saw you commenting to people like that and taking the work that I put in as someone's mother and just calling it to somebody you want to hook up with, I would be very disappointed. So this is why. Don't have children. I'm not a mom. I'm not your mom. I'm not your mommy. And ask your mom how she would feel about you going to other women, calling them mom. Just ask her. The woman that had carried you, labor, fed you, did your laundry for years, probably went into debt for you. Does she really want you calling other women her? I don't think so. It's kind of gross. So we lost one. I do love blocking people in live. Oh, let me see the post. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to go over on my other phone, and I'm going to look right now because it seems important. Yes, I am from... Ooh, we get to block another one. Okay, sorry, Roma Lurie. You called me mommy, and you know it's a trigger word, and you did it anyway. So this is how I clean the streets of my feed, because there's absolutely no reason. Why am I on the Explore page? I hate when I show up on the Explore page, and it's not something I posted. It's not. Okay, there we go. Let's go into post. Oh, I see you. I see you. I love the horseback riding, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am. Is that one pinned? Is this one? Okay. We'll get back to that. Okay. So I got to block somebody. We're continuing on with this. Thank you, Mon. I appreciate you. How are you? But you know what? It's really good, Monica, when they do it, because it really allows me to get them out of my face. Because obviously these are people that I have no time for, no need to engage with, nothing. But I'm sad for all the moms out there. Pour one out for all the moms out there. As I'm sitting here right now next to my fleshlight. The only reason I'm sitting here, these are the tools of a fantasy football draft order. Nothing sexy is happening right here, okay? I cut out the names. I put them inside the fleshlight. I pull them out one at a time. It is a fantasy football draft order, and I do them on Cameo. And today, the date of June 14th, 2024, I did my very first fantasy football draft of the 2024 season. Bring it on, because right now in June, the price is one thing. In July, the price goes to another thing. And in August, when I get real busy, the price goes to the next thing. Just always up here, just trying to secure the bag. Come to live casino or cheerleaders again. I enjoyed meeting you. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you. Do I wear heels and bootins as off every day? When I'm going out, I'm always in heels. If I'm not in heels, I'm in sneakers. I do not own a flat pair of shoes, although I've considered it, but I do not own a flat pair of shoes. I really, okay. Martin, let's talk to Martin, everybody. Let's just stop. Okay, let's have a little fun here. It's 11:38 East Coast time. You're all gonna enjoy this. So Martin has sent repeated messages, and they say this same thing. I really want to become a playboy, which, by the way, would be one word, not two. Lisa, tell me, how can I work in adult industry? And Martin, I'm almost assuming that you don't speak great English. You may or may not be using Google Translate for this conversation. You've asked the same question on repeat multiple times. I am not your mighty leader. I am not your agent. I am not your man. I don't know you. And the amount of times that you sent the same message, you could have Googled it. You could have seen a list of agencies come up. You could have submitted your own content. You could have done multiple things. Asking the same question and getting no response is just insanity, and you're going to continue to do it. So what I'll do is I'll let you let this one breathe. If we see it again, we'll just block you to save you the aggro of understanding that I'm not going to answer your question. I'm not going to help you. Nobody was there to help me when I got in the business, and I don't do things for people that I don't know. And so there you go, Martin. I hope I answered your question. I will not be helping you. You can figure it out on your own. Google it like a normal person and have a great day. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Wow, Madeira is upset because earlier Madeira asked me to take my clothes off. Didn't think I noticed. I noticed. And now is asking sexual questions, being upset. Maybe an incel. We may have identified. Oh, by the way, I would think that a large percentage of my followers, other than my friends and a couple cool people, are incels. So join the club, Madeira. Well done, incel at best. Please don't let me see your screen name writing some manifesto somewhere, which is probably what you're planning on doing over the weekend. Okay, so someone asked for a podcast date. My podcast releases every Wednesday, and then we do a live premiere or a live show on Fridays. So every Friday, which is today, 8 p.m. Eastern time, catch it on my YouTube channel, The Real Lisa Ann. All of my socials the same. Remember, I don't send private messages, so if you're getting a DM from somebody, it's not me. They're most likely getting ready to try and scam you out of some money. So there's that. Thank you for the badge. I appreciate that very much. Can you pay now for an August draft? You cannot. Don't you know who's in your league? Why can't you just order it early? Or are you trying to find more league mates? Because the reason it's more in August is because I get so many in August. And so, it's a business thing. That's my peak season. Of course, I'm going to price gouge a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, Bob, wait, where did it all go? Bob's like, oh no, Martin. I saw it, Bob. It just went so far. Full card sweep in the room. What's going on? How are you all? Okay, so sorry. Another person has to go. Using the mom term. Let's see. There was a really good one here. I am deadly. Thank you. I appreciate those of you that appreciate my sense of humor. Other people think I'm bullying. I'm not. We've got Dracula in the room who is trying to solicit illegal activities, so we get to block this person. How much for a meetup is the question. First and foremost, as a human being, understanding my rights and human trafficking, which is illegal, I am not for sale. So crazy. And even if it was per se facto that this was a thing, you would never be able to afford it. How do I know this? Because you don't even have an image in your avatar, okay? But I don't do meetups. I do events. I will be doing a Hustler store tour this year. I will be doing it over this summer so we can celebrate the 50th anniversary of the brand Hustler. And when I'm at those events, people can come in and meet me and get a photo. But as for one-on-one stranger danger, bro, I ain't hanging out with no random ass stranger, so you, my friend, get blocked. This way, you don't get disappointed when you don't get what you want. So what are we down right now? 4. Down 4 followers. Let's see. How do you think my fam Drew Holiday playing? Drew Holiday is playing lights out ball right now. Chris wants to know if Mavs can win game 4. Man, no one thought this series was going to go this way, and I just don't see the chemistry now. What I saw game 3 with Luka not really sharing the ball when Kyrie was finally in his feels, finally heating up, finally making shots, I just felt like it could have been a 40-plus point game for Kyrie if Luka wasn't trying to get back off the schneid that he was on. And then he got it in his head, and then the refs, it just was a huge distraction. Now we have to do a day of interviews with Luka talking about that, and I've been listening to them all day. I just don't know right now because now it's not about the talent. It's truly like I thought once KP wasn't going to be playing for the Celtics, it was going to be a huge advantage for the Mavs. Did not prove to be that in game 3. So let's see if they could turn it around. It's nice to see them win 1. Sweep would be really, really something for this whole thing. I only have 1 TikTok account. I know there's a lot of imposters out there. My TikTok account is the same as all of my other social. I worked really hard to do that. I had to go through a trademark attorney and fight TikTok for a long time to make sure I had the real Lisa Ann. And I did it to make it simple so everyone knows and you won't get scammed. So if you're speaking to somebody on another TikTok, it's not me. And I do know there's a lot of fraudulent accounts out there. Can I ask a question? Can I be in the contact? Okay, that's what I'm not sure what's going on today with your chatters, but shout out to you for showing love to the ones that... Spizdala, what's going on? My friend in the room. I hope you are excited for the weekend. We are what? 70 some days away from regular season football, but we are like a month away from talking about it all the time, doing best ball drafts all the time, getting ready to do mock drafts, which I know best ball is the way to go. I'm going to set a bunch up in July Fizz dollars. You better be in some with me. It's not just a little diamond charm necklace, nothing major. Okay, everybody, I should start to wrap this thing up. Did you watch I did watch the Tom Brady speech as he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, and it was intense. He was serious, okay? I liked it, but I was like, whoa, Tom, okay, was he emotional? He's a great speaker, and I did really enjoy it. It's amazing how much he's leaned down. Fantasy season is loading up. So ready, okay. Somebody says, honestly, Lisa, do you miss being young? Are you happier now? I don't miss being young. I don't worry about things like this is a worrier. I can tell how someone writes a message, what their mentals are. This is a worrier. This is somebody that's concerned about things that don't matter. Being young and being old. Being old is way more of a gift than being young. Because if you live with your health and you're able to be old, then every day is a gift. Young is kind of handed to you unless you do something silly, but old is a gift. Also, we have more money when we're older. I do not want to go back to being younger and having less money. Sorry about it, I just don't. So obviously, I am happier every day that I'm alive because I live in a sense of gratitude, and that's the most important thing. I am not adding you back. Oh. You know, I just remembered it's Friday, and Friday is a weird day on the internet. It used to be the biggest bully day I had surveyed, but now it's the loneliest day. Bingham says, I hope to not die without having a date with you. I'm like, gosh. I'm not scared. No. None of that's horrifying. Okay. All these people insisting on meeting me. Okay. I think we're pretty much good. I think we've gotten through. Definitely saying hello. I will be doing a store appearance at the very first Hustler store that Larry opened, which is in Monroe, Ohio. I will be going to Monroe, Ohio. That will be in July. I'll make sure you have all the dates. Everything will be released next week. And I will make sure that you know, am I drinking Italian coffee? I am drinking an espresso right now. Here we go. It's, you know what? This is a spam. Now I've got to delete this guy. Sorry, buddy. You asked the same question twice. You know how I feel about that. There's no need to repeat yourself. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, buddy. You're worried way too much. And oh no, how did you miss Chicago Exotica? We've got Miami Exotica coming up. Okay. Now I'm caught up. Okay. So Exotica Miami will be June 28th, 29th, and 30th. I will be there all 3 days. We're at the Miami Expo Center, which is right by Miami Airport. So we're not as deep into Miami. We're right by the airport. So we will be there June 28th, 29th, and 30th. I will be at the Real Loyal Fans booth all 3 days. I will be sorry, Ashkish. Anybody that just writes, I want to kiss you, I just got to block you because you give me the ick. Who says that to a stranger? That's so sex forward. I understand that you don't get any sex at all, but that could be the reason why. But anyway, all 3 days Exotica, I will be at the Real Loyal Fans booth. That is June 28th, 29th, and 30th. Saturday, June 29th, I will be hosting a big event, the official after party at Gold Rush Cabaret in Miami. I will be hosting. Christiana Sin and Katie Cush will be feature dancing, and it's going to be a ton. That was a really gross comment. My God, somebody says this attention, go on a hike or something. Everyone needs a hike or something. Oh my. And then on Sunday, June 30th, I will be back at Exotica, and I will be hosting my book hero, which I do every Sunday, the last day of Exotica. I have had enough. I have absolutely had enough. I am done. I've read way too many comments today. I am concerned for all of you. Can I post my comedy show tour dates? So comedy show tour dates, we're not set up yet. We're not doing that yet. You can check out my comedy show on SiriusXM. It's on Raw Comedy, channel 29. I know, RIP Larry, I'm so excited to be doing this 50th anniversary event. I'm so excited. So you can get my comedy show on Raw Comedy Channel 99. If you use the SiriusXM app, you can just search Better Halves. We're doing one live show in 2024, and that's going to be in New York at the New York Comedy Festival, but that's the only show. The store events that I'm doing this summer are totally different. I will be giving you all of those dates, and they will be at Hustler stores all over the US. There's 59 stores. I am not hitting all of them, but it is the 50th anniversary. I'll be doing signing events. I'll be bringing books, photos, all of that good stuff. You can get all of this stuff on my profiles at The Real Lisa Ann. That's Twitter. That's Instagram. I don't do stand-up comedy. I host a comedy show. I'm the host. As you may not know, I hosted sports radio, oh my gosh, all caps and weird. Why is everybody projecting their emotions on me? Anywho, I'm the host of a show on the Comedy Channel on SiriusXM. It really is. Stop it. And I'm the host. Though I think sometimes I'm funny, I'm not a comedian. I'm not trying to be a comedian. I'm taking the 10 years experience I learned at SiriusXM hosting fantasy sports, fantasy football. And I am taking that hosting experience, and I get to be the host with my co-host, who's a comedian, Brett Rabel. And we bring in other comedians, and we kind of have this great show. It's a ton of fun. I post the clips here a lot on my IG. You can follow all of my platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Everything is at the same place, The Real Lisa Ann. If you are getting private messages, they are not from me. I don't private message. So be aware of all of that. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Have a great weekend. Do a good deed. Be kind to others. Don't be frustrated. Don't be short-tempered. Open a door. Be careful when you're driving. Let someone go into the room. This was some... Wow, I cannot... Oh, I'm sorry. Are we up to 10, guys? Have we blocked? I'm just... No, wrong person. I've got to block anybody who thinks it's okay to say that. Okay. Okay, I really do think that maybe some of y'all think you're on the dark web. This is fucking Instagram, yo. You guys are being over the top, and it's okay because I understand it. I completely understand the misery in which you live. You don't know how to engage with women. You've been watching endless man hours of me, and you feel that you have some sort of relationship with me. You then feel entitled to more. I want to meet you. I want to see you. I want to be with you. I want to kiss you. And then you absolutely creep out when you have the chance. You put a permanent line between the two of us. When you do those things and you say those things, you do nothing more than absolutely gross me out and turn me off. So what you do is you make me memorize your little Abby, your name. You make me memorize everything about you and think, wow, if I ever saw that person, even in person, I would not engage because I'm so afraid. So just little food for thought. You could reel that in, but I worry about you all. I worry about you all so much. I just worry about you all. How could it be that this is really how you interact? And how could it be? How could it be that you find it acceptable? But at the same time, I know this. I don't do it, so I'm good, and that's really good. I can just continue to block. I can just continue, but I also just want to remind you all to reel it in a little bit. Maybe you all need to get out. And I'm not talking to all of you. You know who I'm not talking to. I'm not talking to my friends. Thank you so much, Jaybird. But maybe you all need to get out and touch some grass this weekend. Have some friends in person. Maybe read a book. I'm almost finished with a book that I just started. I'm loving it so much. I'll give a little review on that book when I'm here because maybe it's book reading you. I just don't know. But I will say this was a wild one. And for those of you who have any questions that I did not answer, you can send them to asklisaann@gmail.com. I am about to go and spend a couple of hours at the pool because it is beautiful, and I will get back to my work later because all of you maybe realize how fortunate I am to just have some time to myself to lay out. I will wash my hands I wash my whole body in hand sanitizer after this engagement here. But for the cool ones, I appreciate y'all. Tonight, 8 p.m. Wow, here's a good one. I won't give this person credit, but I will get ready to block. This person says you're the same person that was getting nutted on, but now you deserve respect. We will end the live on this, but I will comment on it first. But of course we have to block this person. Well, we'll let this person listen to this first. Here's the funny thing. Just because somebody has sex doesn't mean that they shouldn't be respected. Just because somebody decides to create content and live in the world of a space that is legal, tax paying, I contribute to society, I'm pretty certain everybody who shames me for doing porn doesn't pay the taxes that I pay in 1 year, in 10 to 20 years. So with that said, I am contributing a great deal to society. And you're the one that knows I got nutted on, but yet you're the one that wants to come in and say something disparaging because you want to be the one to raise your hand and be like, you know, I'm the whole hero and I want to call it as it is. Just because I've decided to do the things that I've done for a living does not mean that I should willingly accept any verbal abuse or bullying from other people. I do have the choice to ask for respect. I do have the choice to block people. So this person in here who obviously no one lets him come on them is angry at me because I have outlived any life expectations that he could ever. So we're out now. We've blocked. That was my closing statement. What a wild bunch of fools. For those of you that see this, I think it's important that you see this. Bullying has really upticked over the past 6 months, and I am getting attacked on the daily, and it is so intense that sometimes it's hard for me to even read on social media. It is so intense. So if you are that person that has anti-bullying or girl dad or any of those things in your bio, but yet you still feel the need to go out and do that, you are contributing to this hot mess, that karma is gonna ricochet right back at you. So though words can't hurt me, I just want to remind everyone how aggressive people are, how angry people are, and the reality that I live in is this. Y'all a bunch of fucking haters because you'll never live the life that I'm living, lived, or will continue to be living. I have done everything that I wanted to do. I have lived my life to the fullest and still continue to do so. I am self-made, I am successful, and I am living to my fullest. So the bullying, though as intense as it is, doesn't change my existence at all. What it does is, it reminds everybody what a horrible person you are when you decide to put those things out on the internet. So at the same time that somebody wants to make comments about choices that I've made for my life, it's not up to you. You don't get to choose. But it's very strange to me that you would follow someone that you don't like, and then you would spend your time, instead of securing your bag, commenting in a negative way. Just seems a bit strange, the world that we're living in right now, but I know what I got going. I got almost 5 million of you up here in my IG. So for those of you who just want to say whatever, say it, do it, have it. But see, I am living my best life, and anybody who is angry and putting stuff out there obviously is not. Have a great weekend, everybody. Do something positive. Have fun. Get out and touch the grass. And if you do not like me, don't follow me. Unfollow me, block me. You don't need to be a part of this because I've got so many incredible people that do, and I appreciate all of them. Fizz Dallas, Bruce, Jay, Mon, all of my people in here that are incredible. I appreciate all of you. And again, if I bother you, do yourself a solid. Instead of torturing yourself and reminding you how bad your life sucks, just block me. Then you'll feel better about everything and you won't have to find the need to come in here and say horrible things to me. And again, hopefully you're having a successful sex life, you are practicing safe sex, and you are happy at home and doing the things that you want to be doing. Because when you are, you don't have a minute to write mean comments. Have a great day, everybody.